You could call tonight's Paradise Lady Panthers contest a coronation, but with an eye on the postseason. With the District 10 3A championship in hand, the Lady Panthers have their eyes on the Class 3A Division II playoffs. Those begin on February 16th, and the motivation of returning to the 2026 state title game serves as the perfect motivation. It's senior night here in Paradise as this program celebrates the two young ladies who have done their part to raise the standard. Sixth-ranked Paradise takes on a team that's really struggling in last place Pilot Point. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Paradise Lady Panthers basketball on NTX Varsity Sports, a production of the Worldwide Ranch. I'm Kevin Lonnquist, joined by the inspiration of this streaming production and new media director Parker. There's our winners of 9 straight. They are 27-4 and 10-0 in league play. And here's a note: these 27 wins equal the win total for the 2024-25 season when that team got to the state finals. On Wednesday, this was a game we did not have for you on NTX Varsity Sports, but to no one's surprise, Paradise easily handled Catlettsburg 92-21. That game was scheduled for last Friday, but was rescheduled for this past Wednesday because of the winter weather that came through our area last week. For Pilot Point, it's been a tough season for the Lady Cats, last in the district at 0-10 and 1-19 overall. We're coming to you from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table. When we return on the pregame show, we'll visit with Paradise head coach Michael Barnes, followed by the starting lineups and the tip-off of tonight's game. You're listening to Paradise Basketball on NTX Varsity Sports, a production of the Worldwide Ranch.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by JDS Realty, where clients always come first. Buying or selling a home is more than a transaction. It's a life-changing experience. That's why the team at JDS Realty delivers personalized service, constant communication, and trusted guidance every step of the process. When experience, trust, and results matter most, choose JDS Realty for buyers, sellers, and families' futures everywhere.
Today's broadcast is proudly supported by the IV Lounge, located in Boyd and dedicated to athlete recovery and wellness. Founded in 2022 by Lauren Lambert and Dr. Heath Smith, the IV Lounge offers personalized IV hydration and vitamin therapy administered by licensed professionals. Proud supporters of Wise County and Paradise High School athletics, student athletes and coaches receive special pricing all school year on Recover and Performance strips. Recharge, recover, and get ready for the next big game at the IV Lounge.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Wise Choice Custom Meats, your hometown destination for premium, responsibly raised beef. From local Texas-raised beef and corn-fed 1855 Black Angus to prime Akaushi beef, every cut is hormone and dye-free. Proud supporters of the Wise County community, Wise Choice Custom Meats should be Paradise's go-to for custom cuts, quality, and service you can trust for family meals here all year long. Go Panthers!
Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Today's broadcast is proudly supported by The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch, a locally owned wedding venue right here in Paradise. With deep roots in the community and a Paradise graduate right in the family, they're proud to support the place they call home. From DIY to all-inclusive weddings and events, The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch is dedicated to making your wedding day truly special without breaking the bank. Learn more and start planning your perfect day at 12acresranch.com.
Pregame show continues. Now time to visit with Paradise girls basketball coach Michael Barnes, and it's brought to you by James Wood Motors. And Coach, again, congratulations on the District 10 3A championship, and just wanted to talk to you about a busy week like this because obviously you were traveling over to Ponder on Tuesday. You have a game on Wednesday against Callisburg, and then tonight against Pilot Point. How has it been for your girls to kind of navigate themselves, and even for the coaching staff to navigate through such a busy week like this?
Yeah, for our coaching staff, we just kind of honestly took games and, kind of looked at scouting reports and things that we knew we could get better at, things we needed to work on, some things that obviously our opponents were doing. So we kind of split that up amongst the staff. But the kiddos, they're resilient. They're 15, 16, 17 years old. So, we just kind of told them, we kind of lightened practice yesterday just to kind of let their legs recover. And just had minimized our walkthroughs, more talking than verbal shooting. So that made it a little bit easier on them from that side of it, and just kind of, like I said, kind of picked apart some of the things we did bad, some of the things we did good, try to marry those things in together for tonight's last game of the week, number 3. So, yeah. And
it has kind of that feel, too, of like being in a tournament in November or December together. So it's kind of like a muscle memory thing. They kind of get it.
Yeah, and, a lot of our girls play select basketball or AAU, whatever you want to call it these days. And so they're used to playing a lot of games at that level, back to back to back. So it's actually, I kind of enjoy it because now you work on something, you get to see it in action. You work on something, you get to see it in action, and you're not just going against yourself, 2 to 3 days a week. So there's been some things that we're working on and working through to try to get better at, and it's, being able to utilize those and kind of see where our flaws are against our opponents instead of just in practice. It's kind of been nice, to be honest with you. I was
going to say, you have kind of this delicate balance because you're playing games right now that, if you will, coaches will never want to admit that there's nothing on the line, but technically there's nothing on the line in these games except playing to a standard. But you also have an eye on the playoffs. So how, as a staff, do you make sure that your team is still locked in on the task at hand, knowing that the playoffs are about 10 days away?
Yeah, so that's what we talked about today is, obviously we got to come out and play and do what we do, and that's a lot of it. But, two, it's, focusing on things now that are going to help us into the playoffs to get better tonight. So we have a couple, about 3 to 4 key things that we're looking for to get better at tonight. And that, they'll help springboard us into the playoffs instead of waiting until the first round and be like, okay, now we need to work on this. So it's kind of been nice, the burden is lifted, I guess, a little bit, knowing that these do count, but at the end of the day, we did what we wanted to do. We've got the number 1 seed in the small school, and that was ultimately the top goal. The district championship is always nice to add on top of that. So, just kind of going up the ladder, if you will, and just working on some different things. So it's been good.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about tonight's game against Pilot Point. We can talk about Callisburg here in a minute, but you're going against a team tonight that's really struggled this year, hasn't won a district game. And so when you play an opponent that's really going through it, fighting through it, every coach feels for a coach that's going through something like this. I will point out that they don't have any seniors on that team, too, so they're probably young and rebuilding. But how do you approach a game like this? Because knowing the first time you beat them by 70 points.
Yeah, so I've known Coach Ashley. She was actually my assistant at Alvord. And so coached with her dad and played against her dad. So I've known that, they're a basketball-minded family, and she does a great job, and she's teaching the right way. Her younger groups coming up are really, really good. And, for me, honestly, I told my girls, I said, everybody we face is a faceless opponent to us because we have to do the standard. It doesn't matter if they're 30-1 or if they're 1-30, like we have to play to what we want to accomplish. And in that, our girls are prepared, just like they always are. it's a good group of kids. Like, they play hard. It doesn't really matter who we play, in that they're going to play hard. And that's just kind of been instilled. We got a lot of volleyball girls that have made deep runs. You know, Allie McCormick's gone 2 times to state. Right. So there's the kids that have played at an extremely high level and are very high competitors. So honestly, it kind of makes my job a little bit easier, and not having to motivate. And that's one good thing I love about this group of kids is, I really haven't had to really motivate them into playing and trying to accomplish their goals. That's a lot of self-fed and team-led. So it's been pretty cool from that side of it.
Quick thought about the Calsburg victory.
Yeah, I mean, coming off a tough game at Ponder, didn't really shoot the ball really well. I mean, they did a great job defensively, got in our passing lanes, put some pressure on us. They slowed us down transitionally. Kennedy the big forced up, got some good rebounds and some easy putbacks and some different things. They got the Kreider girl back in. So having a very tough game, I really wasn't sure what we were going to get on Wednesday coming in. Like I said, my own personal kiddos were like, oh my gosh, Dad, my legs are killing me right now, fighting through that. But, we got out and we came out strong, and we just kind of build off that momentum like we always do. And I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure we probably had 5 or 6 girls that were in double figures, 13, 15, 17, 19 points. So the ball got spread around a lot. A lot of kids got a lot of good playing time. Even our reserves probably played half the game. And they knew coming in that we were going to try to save a lot of legs on Wednesday night just for tonight, to play another, 30-minute game the way that we like to play. So all in all, I thought, we did a great job against them. And, again, we just kind of played to the standard. So.
All right. Senior night tonight, you're honoring 2, one who obviously missed the season. Just talk about those seniors and what they've meant to the and to this program.
Yeah, so we'll start with Kimber. Kimber played for us last year. She was all-tournament at the state tournament last year. She came in last year and finished the season really well. We had huge expectations for her. She had huge expectations for herself. And over a summer league game, she just kind of came down wrong. And honestly, we all kind of thought, oh, man, she just kind of tweaked it because she's such a strong kid. And she was walking off and just, all the things. And unfortunately, it came out to be a tear. So she had surgery in about October-ish, middle of October. So she's 4 months removed and, begging me to play and all the things. But that's just kind of how she is. So, but we gratefully miss her. She was a big part of what we did and who we were going to be. And, we've had some kids step up, but, it's hard to take a senior off the floor. And then, being fortunate to have Renly move back to Paradise this year. She's been a good attribute and asset to what we're doing. She's a great floor general, sees the floor and all the things really well, and a lot of those things. So coming in, she's a good leader. She's won a state championship at her previous school. So all of those things, she's going to go play at the next level. So all those things that she brings is kind of like having a second coach on the floor. Honestly, she knows what she's doing. She's got a great IQ, and she's helped kind of keep us in the calm, I guess. The other night against Ponder, like, she looked at me and I said, "We good?" And she's like, "We're good." And then, I just let her kind of lead it and do what she did. And she hits the big shot kind of right there, kind of at the end. But that's who she is. Like, she doesn't really get phased. And, a lot of court time helps on that too. So, but, they're definitely going to be missed next year in that. And so we're just, kind of hoping that their leadership through that. Kimber's done a great job on the bench and being a vocal point, coming off and encouraging kids and like, hey, look at this type of thing. Kind of turned into an assistant coach for us, which has been awesome. And like I said, just, Renly's leadership in and out of the locker room and on the floor is definitely going to be missed. So, yeah.
We'll look forward to it tonight. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Pregame show continues following this timeout, and you're listening to Paradise Basketball on NTX Varsity Sports.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table. Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Today's broadcast is proudly supported by the IV Lounge, located in Boyd and dedicated to athlete recovery and wellness. Founded in 2022 by Lauren Lambert and Dr. Heath Smith, the IV Lounge offers personalized IV hydration and vitamin therapy administered by licensed professionals. Proud supporters of Wise County and Paradise High School athletics, student athletes and coaches receive special pricing all school year on Recover and Performance strips. Recharge, recover, and get ready for the next big game at the IV Lounge.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Wise Choice Custom Meats, your hometown destination for premium, responsibly raised beef. From local Texas raised beef and corn-fed 1855 Black Angus to prime Akaushi beef, every cut is hormone and dye-free. Proud supporters of the Wise County community, Wise Choice Custom Meats should be Paradise. Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by JDS Realty, where clients always come first. Buying or selling a home is more than a transaction. It's a life-changing experience. That's why the team at JDS Realty delivers personalized service, constant communication, and trusted guidance every step of the process. When experience, trust, and results matter most, choose JDS Realty for buyers, sellers, and families' futures everywhere. Today's broadcast is proudly supported by The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch, a locally owned wedding venue right here in Paradise, with deep roots in the community and a Paradise graduate right in the family. They're proud to support the place they call home. From DIY to all-inclusive weddings and events, The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch is dedicated to making your wedding day truly special without breaking the bank. Learn more and start planning your perfect day at 12acresranch.com.
And we welcome you back to Paradise High School's varsity gym, where the Lady Panthers, the 6th-ranked team in the state of Texas in the Class 3A poll, going through its pregame warm-ups against Pilot Point tonight. Again, the Lady Panthers are at 27-4, and they have a 9-game winning streak, looking to make that double digits against the Lady Cats out of Pilot Point. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, and they're brought to you by JDS Realty. We'll start off with Pilot Point. They're under the direction of Kennedy Stastny, who actually was an assistant to Paradise coach Michael Barnes back at Alvord in 2019. This is her second year there. She will be starting these 5: junior Michaela Rushing, then junior Bailey Bryant, sophomore Brooklyn Renfro, and then junior Giselle Esparza, and junior Aaliyah Smith. So again, a pretty young squad that Coach Stastny has put together on her roster over at Pilot Point. Now for the Lady Panthers, again 27-4, 10-0 in District 10 3A play, the district champions, as they say, and the number 1 seed in the Division II bracket, and those playoffs will start on February 16th. This starting lineup under the direction of Michael Barnes will look like this. JC Barnes is a junior. She will be at 1 spot. Hartley Barnes, the freshman, she'll be at another guard spot. Sophomore Alan McCormick is 5'6", and then Britton Ritchie is a junior. She's at 5'5", and then Renly Longenbaugh, the move-in from Decatur, is a senior. She's at 5'9". And this Lady Panther basketball team took care of business. They put 5 in double figures in their win on Wednesday over Callisburg. Let's give you a real quick breakdown, though, of the District 10 3A race. Now, as you have heard Coach Barnes talk about, that Paradise has the number 1 seed in Division II, so that's all set. However, what isn't known is in the 2nd seed out of Division II. That is between Boyd and Valley View. Those two teams are playing tonight, and Boyd really needs to win that game in order to give itself a chance. However, the problem for Boyd is that it will take on Paradise on Tuesday night over at its place. So you obviously have a situation there where the Lady Jackets are up against it. By the way, Valley View will be finishing with Whitesboro on Tuesday night as well. So it could be interesting to see what happens here. Now, in Division 1, Ponder has the #1 seed in that in District 10 3A, and then Whitesboro has the #2 seed in Division 1 there. A couple minutes away from tip-off here, we mentioned the situation in terms of the playoff, or I should say the victory over Callisburg the other night. A couple things that Coach Barnes shared with us when it came to this team. He talked about distribution of the basketball and scoring being what it is. This is what this team normally does. They have 5 players in double figures in that victory. They were led by Renly Longenbaugh, 16, then followed, or I should say Britton Ritchie had 17, and then Renly Longenbaugh had 16. Then it was followed by Hartley Barnes with 15, and then Allie McCormick with 13. So just what Coach Barnes was talking about, what he wants to see out of this team. It was a far different set of circumstances for this squad, which scored 45 points between the first 2 quarters of the game and then obviously coasted to the victory. But far different than what happened on Tuesday night over at Ponder, where they were trailing for pretty much, I would say, about 80% of the game, Parker. I mean, so they were up against it. And, of course, this is a team in terms of Paradise that finished second last year. So to get the district championship, great feat for them. And to do it on the road, too, in a place on Tuesday where, again, it was very emotional because of the tragedy that happened to Ponder last week.
Absolutely, Kevin. What a win by Paradise. And after they won in a nail-biter, we did see an awesome display of respect between 2 rival schools. They really seem to care about each other, and that just shows how much small towns and sports kind of
lift everybody up.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you wanted to make an announcement, too, and we talked about, we teased in the open about your presentation between the games. Just talk about that a little bit, because it's a really great thing. It's something that NTX started right when it began in late August, and it's been kind of a team of the week kind of thing, the spirit contest.
Yeah,
just talk about that.
High school spirit showdown for football. So every week we chose a matchup that we were going to elevate and really shine a light on, and we wanted to take a spirit component of it. So we really focused on how much spirit could we raise. So we did a text to vote campaign on 95.9 The Ranch, 92.1 Hank FM, 95.5 K Hits, and people would text in which school they wanted to win. And then finally at the very end we did a playoff bracket where all the winners competed against each other, and Paradise actually won with over 150,000 votes.
150,000
for a town with just over 700 people. Paradise had 150,000 votes.
By the way, if you have never been to Paradise out here in Wise County, here's the funny thing. This is my first trip here, but I noted this to Coach Barnes. I noted this to everybody else that's in here. I said, it's a nice area, of course, but what was kind of neat was that when you don't know that you're actually in Paradise because there's no signs to get into Paradise. We'll take a quick break. The national anthem starts.
Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today. Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion.
Cash Gibson, the athlete deluxe here at Paradise, playing the guitar version, electric guitar version of the national anthem. Heck of a job there by him, the young man, the right-hander. Did an excellent job there playing the national anthem. But you were talking about the 150,000 votes that Paradise got to win this, and you're going to be presenting a check at halftime here, Parker.
Absolutely. So on behalf of NTX, Varsity Sports, 95.9 The Ranch, and Kroger, our awesome sponsor on that High School Spirit Showdown, we're going to be presenting Paradise High School a check for $3,000 tonight to their athletic program.
Should be a tremendous moment here, and of course, we want to remind you that this is the only game that we're broadcasting tonight on NTX Varsity Sports for Paradise basketball, and then we will be picking up the boys next Tuesday. So we'll have a doubleheader for you on the 10th, starting with the girls, and then followed by Bo Rickner's team, which we will see. Of course, the Panthers are the #2 team in the state of Texas, and they are, they actually had their own blowout too on Ponder the other day. They won by 1.
That was a nail biter.
Yeah,
41 to 40.
Yeah. So you should expect to see that when you're playing against your rival in Ponder. So, but everybody getting ready to go here for this one. Again, the Lady Panthers already know their situation in terms of where they are going in terms of the playoffs. Now, as far as who they're going to be playing, what we're understanding to this point is that they're either going to play Trinity Leadership out of Cedar Hill or the Fort Worth Young Women's Leadership team. And of course, you might recall last year's bi-district playoff was not very close, and I would suspect that that's probably going to be the same way. But again, the playoffs will start on February 16th or the 17th. Typically, the ladies will like to play those bi-district games on that Monday to give themselves an extra day to prepare. And if they play on Thursday or Friday, it kind of works the same way if you're going Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday.
Absolutely, and it lets them get a little bit more ahead for the rest of the playoff game that they hope to pursue into.
All right, that, by the way, if you're looking ahead, and of course, Michael Barnes might chew us out for doing that, but the state state tournament down in Austin is that first weekend in first weekend in March. But again, let's focus on tonight against the Pilot Point Lady Cats and the Paradise
Looks
Lady
like
Panthers.
we're getting ready to go here, Kevin.
All right, so we're about to jump here, and it'll be Michaela rushing for Pilot Point. She will be going against J.C. Barnes. Junior versus junior in this. And we're about to get this one underway. Happy to have you with us here. One of the officials spotted some debris on the court, so he has to get that off the court here and put it on the stand so we can have a safe playing surface here. Happy that you're with us here on NTX Varsity Sports for tonight's basketball game. Be sure if you're in the stands, remember there's a 20-second delay between us and getting started here. So what we call versus what you hear could be two different things, and it's going to be a delay of about 15 to 20 seconds. Tap was controlled by Paradise, and then taking a shot from the corner was Allie McCormick. So only 7 seconds into it, and she'll be shooting free throws here at the line. First free throw is good. Allie had a great game against Ponder the other night. Finished in double figures. And the foul went against Brooklyn Renfro of Pilot Point. This is a three free throw segue as she was shooting a 3 from the right wing. Was Allie McCormick. Second free throw was good. And the third free throw, she nails them all. So that's the way you get it started at 3-0 here. So the Lady Panthers off to the quick start at 3-0 as Allie McCormick goes 3 of 3 at the foul line. Now they operate out of their full court press. And Pilot Point will bring it across. Picked up here now in a double team trap. Being tugged is rushing. She loses the basketball, and it is picked up on the floor on the loose fly by the Lady Panthers. Shot from the left wing is off the iron, no good. And there's a fight for the tie ball. Looks like we're going to have a held ball situation here, and that should be controlled by Pilot Point here. So they will get the ball. And the Lady Panthers will be back on defense once again. They're going with a 3/4 court trap here, and the ball is too high on the pass to Bailey Bryant. Goes out of bounds, so it's a turnover. And so the Lady Panthers will control on their offensive end. Inbounding it will be Allie McCormick. She will get it over to Hartley Barnes, who will get it back to McCormick on the left wing, foul line extended. She'll cross it over to the top to Britton Ritchie. She'll get it over to the right side to Hartley Barnes, who looks back at Dad and says, "What are we calling here, Dad?" And she'll have it over to the left side. She'll get it over to Britton Ritchie. Ritchie back to Renly Longenbaugh, driving, looking for the good shot. Longenbaugh shot from the left wing is off the iron, no good. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be controlled by Pilot Point. So Longenbaugh's shot from the left wing, a three-pointer, was just a little bit hit off the iron, and then it went out of bounds. Once again, the full court press for Paradise against Pilot Point. Remember, this first meeting between these two was an 81-11 decision. We got a foul on the pass in the middle of the floor. Looks like that'll go against Paradise. And it will. It'll go against Allie McCormick, her first. Or check that. That's going to be on J.C. Barnes, her first. 3-0 is our score. 1 minute and change into this first quarter. And they back off the full court press, and the pass is going to be picked off. J.C. Barnes all the way in, bounce pass on the left side to McCormick, who will lay it off the glass, no good. Fight for the loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Britton Ritchie. Feeds it to Longenbaugh, 3 from the top, good. Longenbaugh from the left side, they'll call it a 2 as her foot was on the line, so it'll be 5-0 in favor of Paradise. Pilot Point the other way, pass in the middle of the floor, picked up, and it's going to be controlled by Aaliyah Smith. She'll fire it over to the left side. Through to the top, 3 at the top, and it hits off the backboard. No good. Michaela Rushing with that shot. Longenbaugh the other way for Paradise. She'll bounce pass it to McCormick, who will drive. Gets fouled on the shot. Didn't go in, but she will be shooting free throws once again. Allie McCormick, who was already 3 of 3 on her first 3 attempts. Now she gets 2 more on this 5-0 lead. A reminder to you that Paradise Girls Basketball is brought to you by Barefoot Pools, Boyd IV Lounge, Wise Choice Meats, JDS Realty, Barn at 12 Acres, and James Wood Motors. First free throw for McCormick is good. It's now 6-0. She has 1 more. On the way and good. So she's now 5 out of 5 at the free throw line, and she has 5 of the first 7 points for Paradise here as we are in the opening stages of the first quarter. Full court press coming by Paradise. Pilot Point struggling with the ball. And I think we're going to get a 10-second call here, and that's what we're going to do. They could not get it across or get it even across their foul line were the Lady Cats, and so the early turnover forced once again by the Paradise defense. That's now 3 turnovers against Pilot Point in the first 2 minutes of the game. Left-handed dribble for Hartley Barnes. She'll cross-court the pass over to Britton Ritchie. She'll get it over to J.C. Barnes, whose shot from the baseline is no good. Long rebound comes the way for Pilot Point. This is going to be Michaela Rushing with it, and it goes out of bounds, but Pilot Point will retain possession here. Good crowd has settled into this building tour tonight. Of course, it's always a big draw to watch Paradise basketball. The boys will follow the girls' game tonight. Rushing with the ball, now picks it up between the circle. Hand it off to Giselle Esparza in the paint. She'll fire it, and it's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds. It was tipped, and so they will say it will stay with Pilot Point. So kind of a break there for Pilot Point because Esparza's shot got nothing, and of course, and it was blocked. So Pilot Point will inbound underneath its own basket here. 7-0 lead for the Lady Cats here. Happy that you're with us. And now we got a 5-second call on trying to get the ball inbounded. So a turnover. So that means Paradise will inbound the ball. We're sitting to the left of the Paradise bench, and everything has been to the far right of our side of the court because that's where Paradise is shooting. Taking a 3 is Longenbaugh, and she's fouled on the shot. Foul's going to be going against Bailey Bryant, the junior for Pilot Point. And so Longenbaugh will be going to the line shooting free throws here with 5:08 to play here in the first quarter and a 7-0 lead for Paradise, and they should be building on this. Longenbaugh's first free throw, good, and it's 8-0. Of course, Longenbaugh, you might recall her game against Ponder the other night. She really was fighting it throughout the first 3 quarters and then came alive in the fourth quarter with 2 big baskets that actually gave Paradise the lead at 38-37. Then she hit a couple of free throws later on, and so Paradise was able to win that game 43-41. Second free throw is good for Longenbaugh. Third free throw on the way is good. So Paradise has not missed a free throw. They are 8 of 8 at the line. If you heard 10-0, you said, well, they must be shooting it well. Well, they are at the line. They're 8 out of 8. One on the inbounds pass, it's going to be stolen, but going out of bounds is Paradise with the ball. Good movement there by Allie McCormick, but it goes out of bounds. She couldn't save it on the steal attempt there, so Pilot Point will retain possession here. Pilot Point really struggling this year at 1-19, and the steal there, and the layup is good by Allie McCormick. She now has 7 points so far, and it's a 12-0 lead. And again, Pilot Point struggling to get the ball in bounds. We have a throw-in on a tie ball situation there as Hartley Barnes came in and tied it up. And so it's going to be a tie ball. The possession arrow favors Paradise here. Long inbound with the inbounds pass. It'll be a shooting into a three, which is good from Allie McCormick, but it's waved off because she took steps before the shot. So the turnover going against the Lady Panthers in this 12-0 lead. Trying to get it across, and it's going to be caught at midcourt by Brooklyn Renfro. She tries to throw it back. It's going to be overthrown. She was looking for Giselle Esparza, and she throws it out of bounds. And so Paradise will inbounds here with 4.5 minutes to play, leading 12-0. Remember, in the first meeting between these two teams back in January, there was no contest. It was 81-11 for Paradise, and that's how a lot of their district games have looked so far this year. Right-handed dribble for Hartley Barnes. She gets it to Longenbauer on the left side. McCormick, a three left. Off the iron, no good. The rebound comes to Pilot Point's Aaliyah Smith, and she's looking to try and get it back, and there's a tie ball, or do we have a foul? Nope, they got a held ball situation there, and it'll be Pilot Point's ball. I think we have 3 held ball scenarios in this first quarter alone. Inbounds pass comes in, rushing with it. She'll get it off to Carson Josie, who loses it. Steal. Layup is no good. Fight for the loose ball, picked up by McCormick in the front back court. 3 from the right side is short, off the fingertips of J.C. Barnes. Rebound comes to Pilot Point's Michaela Rushing. She will try to get it across the court, but the pass is intercepted by Hartley Barnes of Paradise. She will drive it all the way, has a shot on the layup, and it's no good. It's off the iron, but it's tipped out of bounds, and I think Paradise will retain possession. Wholesale substitutions now coming for the Lady Panthers here. Everybody else is coming into the game, essentially. Lainey Munden, Vivi Cadell, Tempe Reeves, and Mackie McQueen are all in. Everybody is out except for Hartley Barnes, who has it and shoots it from the left side and drains it for a 3. With 3:33 to play here in our opening quarter, we'll take a quick timeout break because Pilot Point called one. 15-0 Paradise leads, and we're back after this timeout.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
Today's broadcast is proudly supported by the IV Lounge, located in Boyd and dedicated to athlete recovery and wellness. Founded in 2022 by Lauren Lambert and Dr. Heath Smith, the IV Lounge offers personalized IV hydration and vitamin therapy administered by licensed professionals. Proud supporters of Wise County and Paradise High School athletics, student athletes and coaches receive special pricing all school year on Recover and Performance strips. Recharge, recover, and get ready for the next big game at the IV Lounge.
Back here in Paradise, Kevin Longquist taking you through Paradise Lady Panthers basketball. Steal by the Lady Panthers. Shot from the right wing is no good. Fight for the loose ball, and it's going to be taken by Esparza for Pilot Point. She hands it off to Rushing in the backcourt. She's pressed. Now bringing it up the floor is Renfro, who gets it back to Rushing. They finally beat the press. They get it to Esparza. Feeds it over to Aaliyah Smith, who misses it. The rebound, though, comes to Pilot Point. Over the back, but then the loose Hartley Barnes. But we have another held ball situation here. I think that's our 5th in this quarter. And this time it will belong to Paradise here. Here comes Paradise the other way here. We're brought to you by Barefoot Pools, which is the sponsor of all the free throws. Basket is good for Vivian Cadell. Her basket makes it 17-0 here for Paradise. Throwing it into the court, beating the press, but stolen away by Cadell. She'll get it off on a touch pass underneath, looking for a shot from the right side, and it is too strong. And the loose ball comes to Rushing for Pilot Point. She gets tangled up in the backcourt. and she's able to fight through it, and then Paradise backs off a little bit. Cross-court pass is to Brooklyn Renfro. Renfro gets it over to Josie. Josie will bounce it over to Renfro, who gets it over to Rushing on the left side. Now she's picked up by Lainey Munden. Bounce pass to Esparza, being guarded by Cadell in the baseline. Now the loose ball is picked up by Esparza once again, and we have a violation here. We got a traveling violation against Pilot Point, and so Paradise will take over here. Again, all free throws brought to you by Barefoot Pools, and they've been pretty happy so far since the Lady Panthers have made all 8 of their free throws so far. 17-0 lead for the Lady Panthers here. With it is Hartley Barnes between the circles at the top. Now slings it to the left, a 3 left. No, they'll call it a 2. They'll call it a 2 for Lainey Munden, her first basket of the game. 1:20 to play here in the first quarter. 19-0 Paradise leads. Steal in the backcourt by Vivi Cadell. She'll hand it off to Hartley Barnes. Off the iron, no good. Coming away with the ball is Pilot Point. Esparza with it. Now she'll hand it off to Russian, who then drops it. Now she picks it back up. Lady Panthers have kind of established their press. They built this double-digit lead. Again, Pilot Point has not scored in this quarter. Now they pick it up half-quarter. Trap. And scoring on the driving layup off the steal is Tempe Reeves, her first basket, and it's 21-0 here. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Steal again once in the backcourt. Going up with it for the shot, but no contact, but no foul. That was Hartley Barnes with it. But they're just saying that it was play on with that play. But so it goes out of bounds, and Pilot Point will retain possession. Kind of surprised they didn't call a whistle there, but no whistle, just went out of bounds. And so Paradise will inbounds because it went off one of the Pilot Point players. Shot from the baseline from 14 is too long. Rebound is taken by Aaliyah Smith of Pilot Point to Rushing with a left-handed dribble, but now the half-court trap is back on. Three-quarter court press, I should say, is on. And once again, we have another 10-second violation against the Lady Cats. Kennedy Stastny asking that's a quick 10 count. She didn't like that call from the officials, but the turnover nonetheless. And so Paradise will work for what should be the last shot of the quarter, leading 21-0 here. Pilot Point has yet to really take only one shot. Shot in the paint is no good by Hartley Barnes. Rebound, no good. Shot on the rebound. Picked up in the baseline in the front court is Lainey Munden. She'll put it up and good. Munden with her second basket, and that's the way the first quarter comes to an end. All Paradise, as you would expect here in Wise County. 23-0. The Lady Panthers lead back with the second quarter. You're listening to Lady Panther basketball on NTX Varsity Sports.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
Kevin Lonnquist back here on NTX Varsity Sports, a production of the Worldwide Ranch. 23-0, the Lady Panthers lead as we're about to begin the second quarter. Happy that you're with us here along. Again, tell your friends and all your neighbors about Paradise basketball being on the air. And we're also showing you the capability of NTX Varsity Sports with this streaming capability here. Potentially other schools could be involved in this streaming situation. We'll see how that all unfolds over the next couple of weeks here as the playoffs are about to arrive. Pilot Point ball starting the second quarter. On a weave play to Aaliyah Smith, has it between the circles. Right-handed dribble now being picked up by J.C. Barnes. Shot from the right side from Carson Josie is no good, but she got fouled on it. The foul going against Allie McCormick of Paradise. her first team foul, only the second team foul going against Paradise so far. Pilot Point not whistled for a foul in the first quarter. Free throw is no good from Carson Josie. She has one more here. Pilot Point trying to get on the board since they had nothing in the first quarter. Second free throw coming from Josie. The freshman is bouncing around but no good. Fight for the loose ball. It's picked up by Esparza for Pilot Point, and she throws it up and in. That was kind of a prayer that was answered there. First basket for Pilot Point. It's 23-2. Longenbauer, a 3 left, got it. Her second basket, and it's now 26-2 favor of Pilot Point. Steele on the inbounds pass, driving with the layup, no good. Put back by McCormick, that rolls off. Fighting for the loose ball on the third time is coming away with it, is rushing for Pilot Point. She gets it into the front. Ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. She was trying to get it to Carson Josie, but it goes off of her, and Paradise will retain possession here. Wild sequence of events here. We've had about 4 or 5 steals here for Paradise on passes in the backcourt for Pilot Point, so they have really struggled to even get the ball across the timeline. Paradise ball on this possession here. 3 at the top, on the way, and good from Hartley Barnes. So the 3 ball that wasn't working for Paradise at Ponder on Tuesday night, working very well so far tonight. Once again, a full court press. Throwing the pass down the court, was rushing. She was looking for Esparza, trying to beat that full court press, but once again, she overthrows Esparza, so another turnover going against the Lady Cats of Pilot Point, and so this will be Paradise ball, leading 29-2. And we should remind you that at the half, we're going to be joined by Superintendent Robin Gibson, so you want to stick around for that. Shot is good for on a 3 by Allie McCormick. She's now into double figures with 10, and it's 32-2. Paradise leads. Give it to Esparza in the front court. She loses it, but is able to retrieve it. She'll take a shot from the baseline and knocks it down from about 9 feet. And so she has both baskets for Pilot Point, and it's 32-4. Allie McCormick dribbles it alongside, gets some instruction from Michael Barnes. Now she'll get it off to the left for Britton Ritchie. She hits a 3, but instead she'll be called for the travel. Unfortunately, that's the second time that's happened to Paradise in this game, where it has taken 3s, knocked them down, but they were guilty of shuffling steps before they got the shot off. So a turnover against the Lady Panthers, up by 28 points here. They're back in their half-court defense as Pilot Point brings it across. Pass into the free throw line coming to Smith. She loses it. Picked up by Longenbauer on the steal, driving layup, good. And she is fouled. An opportunity for a 3-point play for Renly Longenbauer. Renly made all 3 of her free throws just a few moments ago. Right-hander. And she gets the kind roll as it hit the side of the rim, and then it took a favorable bounce, hit off the backboard, and then dropped through. So 35-4, 3-point play is converted, and so the Lady Panthers up by 31 points here at 35-4. Rushing with the ball for Pilot Point, trying to work off a weave. She loses her step, and then she can't hold the pivot foot, and she turns it over on a travel once again against Pilot Point. And so it'll be a turnover with 5:31 to play here. Again, a 31-point lead for the Lady Panthers. Quickly the other way, shot from the right side is short. Fight for the loose rebound is picked up by Pilot Point, and they will give it to Giselle Esparza, who comes up with it, or actually make that Aaliyah Smith who came up with it. Rushing with the left-handed dribble, coming up the other way. Now she picks it up, tries to get it to Esparza, does so. Longenbauer with the defense against Esparza, who forced a travel, actually a double dribble rather, and it'll be a turnover against Pilot Point. We've been saying that a lot so far in this game. Hartley Barnes the other way for Paradise here, looking for its 28th win. Again, they will finish the season on Tuesday against Boyd. Shot from the left side, a 3 for Allie McCormick is in and out. Loose ball, though, taken by Hartley Barnes. Shot from Longenbauer at the top for a 3, no good. And the loose ball is taken by Lily Kirby of Pilot Point, but she loses it, driving all the way and then kicking it out. Gathering herself, driving it from 10 feet is no good, but J.C. Barnes got fouled, and she will have free throws coming. And the Lady Cats, who have not missed a free throw here, of course, I'm going to jinx them the more I keep saying that here. So 2 free throws for her. Lady Cats, I believe you don't have their stats in front of us. Or excuse me, Lady Panthers have not missed a free throw here. J.C. Barnes with 2 shots here. Right-hander fires it good. So she makes the second one, misses the first one. So 36-4, the Lady Panthers lead this one here. Lily Kirby with the ball. She turns it over for Pilot Point. Coming the other way is Paradise. Driving on the layup, and good is Hartley Barnes. Barnes now with 8 points for the Lady Cats, building this 38-4 lead here at the midway point of the second quarter. Almost a near steal once again there by J.C. Barnes, but Pilot Point able to save it, give it off to Rushing. As she drives off a weed between the circles here, picked up by Longenbaugh in the back court, in the front court between the circles. Longenbaugh really harassing her, knocks it away, and Rushing picks it up. Thought she had to, wasn't sure if she had to dribble it again, but she could, but then she throws it away. Picked up by J.C. Barnes. Cross-court pass all the way in for the layup, and good is Britton Ritchie. 40 points now for the Lady Panthers here. Remember, they only had 43 the other night, so they're already at that mark so far in this game. Of course, they score a bunch of points here in district play, minus on Tuesday night. Ball is going to be stolen away, then retrieved by Pilot Point by Rushing as she was fighting it away from Allie McCormick. Esparza with the ball for Pilot Point. And it looks like we're going to have it between Brooklyn Renfro and Britton Ritchie. And that's what we're going to have here with 3:17 to play here. Another tie ball situation. This one will go over to Paradise. Wholesale substitution for the Lady Panthers here. The only one that stays on the floor is Longenbaugh. So all the starters come out. Remember, this is a 9-team roster here. Longenbaugh, a 3 from the left side on the wing. That's a little bit long. Fight for the loose rebound. Putback is short by Tempe Reeves. Free putback on the other offensive attempt is no good, but a foul underneath. And so free throws coming for the Lady Panthers. Mackie McQueen will, or excuse me, Longenbaugh will go to the line shooting 2. First free throw for her is good. 41-4, the Lady Panthers lead this one. In good shape. I think we can safely say that they're going to go 28-4. Second free throw by Longenbaugh off the back iron, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds on the long rebound, and it'll stay with Paradise. Or actually, now they changed the call. Or did they? A little bit of confusion here, and so everyone was staying on the Paradise basket in this sequence here until they finally got word that it was actually Pilot Point's ball. So Pilot Point will have the basketball here. Rushing with it, handling the ball. She's picked up at half court by Longenbaugh. Sidesteps her. Rushing picks it up, now has to give it off. And she does get it off to Esparza, who stumbles with it. She kind of throws it overhead to Rushing, who loses it. And we got a steal, but a foul. Mackie McQueen was involved in this. And what do we got here? We have a held ball situation here, as they said that McQueen was able to possess the ball. So a held ball situation, but this time the arrow will favor Pilot Point. 41-4. Paradise leads this one. Lady Cats will inbound underneath their own offensive basket here. Drive into the basket is no good by Aaliyah Smith, but she got fouled on the drive. And so she will be going to the free throw line. Foul will go against Paradise's Lainey Munden. That is her first personal, the team's second. 2 free throws coming for Aaliyah Smith here, the junior. First one is too strong off the back of the iron, no good. Second free throw for Smith is good. Rolled around the iron and dropped through, so Pilot Point has its 5th point of the night. Quickly the other way comes the Lady Panthers. Lainey Munden with it. She'll hand it off to Longenbaugh, who will cross-court it to Munden. Fires a 3 right. Off the iron, no good. fight for the loose ball. It's picked up by Kirby of Pilot Point. Now we got another tie ball situation between Kirby and Mackie McQueen of Paradise. And the arrow favors the Lady Panthers here on their side of the court underneath their basket here. Ball will come in on the inside, throwing it off the iron, no good, was Tempe Reeves. But the loose ball comes to Paradise. Shot from the left baseline for a three is good from Renly Longenbaugh. She has another three. She's got that shot working tonight. It's 44-5 in favor of Paradise at the 2-minute mark here of the second quarter. The other way is Michaela rushing for Pilot Point. She throws it off the side of the backboard, no good. Quickly the other way comes Longenbaugh on the outlet pass. She will drive all the way up and in and scores. Longenbaugh with the deuce there following her three-pointer a few moments ago. She's up into double figures. We'll get those point totals for you here in just a little bit at the half. Again, 46-5. Paradise leads. Rushing dropped the basketball, then had to pick it up, and then she loses it, turns it over, and then we got a whistle before the fast break opportunity for Paradise here. We got a foul in the backcourt here. Foul goes against Michaela Rushing of Pilot Point. That's her first personal, and so an inbounds for Paradise here is Longenbaugh with a left-handed dribble. Now we'll work on the right side, passes it off to Lainey Munden. Three from the right baseline is no good, and it goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Paradise underneath their own basket. 1:15 to play here in the second quarter. 46-5. Shot off the back of the iron, no good, coming from Vivi Cadell, rather. And it didn't go in, but she gets 2 free throws on this. And so back to the line the Lady Panthers go. They've had all parts of their offense working tonight, shooting from the three-point line and then driving to the basket. And, of course, the transition game working very well tonight as well. Cadell's first free throw is good. That makes it 47-5. Substitution for Pilot Point will be Bailey Bryant. She checks in. She will replace Aaliyah Smith for the Lady Cats. Second free throw coming for Cadell here in a 47-5 game. Now it's 48-5 as Cadell knocks both free throws down. Rushing the other way for Pilot Point. Still that three-quarter court trap as Longenbaugh was able to knock it away, but Pilot Point able to retain it. Renfro with it, and then she'll hand it off to Rushing by the Paradise bench. Longenbaugh trying to drive in, throws it up, and missed it, but a foul going against Paradise there, as I think Lainey Munden, who gets whistled for it, a little bit incredulous on the call there on that, but she will get called for the foul nonetheless. Second personal for Munden. She's the only one with more than one foul tonight for Paradise here. 2 free throws coming for Rushing in this 48-5 game. 51 seconds to go. And the first one is a little bit too strong. It hit off the front, then went off the back of the iron, and then skipped off the front iron. No good. Second free throw coming for Rushing. On the way. And that's in and out, no good. But the rebound comes to Munden for Paradise. She'll feed it to Longenbaugh, who takes a jumper from about 10. That's no good. Fight for the loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Pilot Point, but we have, let's all say it together, another hell ball situation. And the Lady Cats will have possession of the basketball here. Rushing with the ball for Pilot Point here, being picked up by Longenbaugh, who really hasn't sat for much of this game. I don't think she's sat for any of this game so far. Pass over to between the circles to Brooklyn Renfro. Now she has to pick it up and hold it, and then she throws wide of Esparza, and that'll go over on the bench, or I should say the stands on the west side of this gymnasium here, so it'll be a turnover, and so Paradise will take over. Final possession of this first half coming up here, down to 10 seconds. Cadell with the ball. She'll fire a 3 left for Munden is no good, but the rebound comes to Paradise, and the shot from Tempe Reeves is no good. It goes out of bounds, but it went off of a Pilot Point player, so Paradise will inbound. Shot from the right side is no good, and that'll end for our first half. Well, it was all Paradise, as you would expect. They pitched a shutout in the first quarter, but still have a comfortable lead, leading by a score of 48-5. Stick around on the other side of this break. Superintendent Robin Gibson joins us. 48-5. Lead the Lady Cats, and you're listening to Lady Panther basketball on NTX Varsity Sports.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcast Pools Broadcast Table. Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Kevin Longquist back here at the Barefoot Pools table, where the Lady Cats of Paradise lead the Lady Cats of Pilot Point by a score of 48-5. Let's give you the stats real quickly through the first half. Renly Longenbaugh leads with 17 points, Allie McCormick with 10, Hartley Barnes with 8, and then 2 4-pointers between Lainey Munden and Vivi Cadell, and then 2 points for Britton Ritchie, 2 points for Tempe Reeves, and then a single point for J.C. Barnes. Lady Panthers are shooting 35% for the game, but shooting very well from beyond the, I should say 5 of 18 from three-point range, 10 of 25 on their two-point attempts, and very, very good at the free throw line. 13 out of 15, that's 86.7%. Again, those stats for the Lady Panthers here in the first half. Now pleased to be joined by Paradise Superintendent Robin Gibson. Nice to have you with us, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk a little bit about this, the origin of this idea. Of course, this is all kind of Parker Burroughs, the brainchild here, putting this together here, of approaching your district about doing something like this, first of its kind, for streaming these games. When you were approached by this idea, what was the thinking here in saying great visibility for the programs and for the district itself, but what was the initial reaction to that?
Always supportive. You know, we want to do everything we can to promote our kids and our community. And so having worked with 94.9 in the fall and doing the whole spirit shout out there through football, it was just kind of another opportunity for us to work with the station.
Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about, obviously, the way the athletic programs have really grown here. And so, of course, the basketball programs had amazing seasons last year, doing very well. Once again, the football program has done very well over the last 2 years, made its first appearance in the state semifinals last year, got to the state quarterfinals. Just talk about the emphasis of athletics, just for what it means to just be competitive and just making sure that kids are well-rounded between the classroom and then extracurricular activities.
Right. We push real hard just to be good characters and build a lot of lifelong characters for our students, and so competition is one of those things, and our kids just consistently are seeking, you know, to be better, and they push each other really hard, and we've had a couple of good groups really come through here that are very competitive but very family oriented, and so you see the teamwork play against all different sports, and we have, you know, a few kids that cross over in those sports, but they've bought into what the coaches are pushing out, and the mentality of win, and you got to do better, and you just kind of start seeing the winning and the challenges come. You know, we always say that a little bit of success breeds success, and so that's kind of what's happened to us, is we've caught on, and it's just grown, the whole mentality of we can do better and we're going to challenge each other.
And I don't want to leave out volleyball, because they got to the regional finals against Boyd right down the road from them, and so that was an epic five-game regional championship. And of course you had two runners that got to the state cross-country meet there between Terrence Stoltz and Alan McCormick, of course, who's on the floor tonight here. So that's kind of what we're talking about. And then we also have the spring sports to come on that as well.
Absolutely, so. Absolutely. And, you know, last year in the spring sports, we had a bunch of boys and a couple of girls that made it to the state track meet, and so we're looking, for them to go back again this year. So you're seeing it sprinkle across all sports. Golf, we've had several golf students make it to state before, and we're making a big run in golf again this year. So we're having lots of success right now, just kind of all the way through all the sports. But our kids will tell you first and foremost, we're going to give God the glory, and our faith is a big thing around here, and we're just keep trying to push out good adults for the next generation.
Sure. For you personally, being named, you're kind of in your first tour as the superintendent here.
Yes, sir.
I always like to use the phrase for someone who's taking over, even though you've been a veteran of education, administration, that sort of thing. But when you're sitting in the lead chair, I wonder if you're still in that drinking out of the fire hose phase, or if you're finally beyond that, so you can kind of catch your breath. And how's it been for you in this transition?
It's been a lot. It's been wonderful. I've been in the district for a while, so I knew the community, I knew the families, I know a lot of these kids. I had these kids when I was elementary principal, so watching them grow up. So that piece of it's been an easy transition and good. It's just learning the new role and taking the ownership of it's mine and the buck stops with me. So that part of it's different and challenging some days, but for the most part, it's been wonderful. So it's a great community to be a leader of.
Anything coming up, maybe from the district perspective, I don't know, from a budgetary standpoint, facilities or whatever that might be coming up toward the end of this year, or that you all have looked into the 2026-27 school year that you'd like to share with the listeners?
Well, the biggest thing is we're going to be opening a new high school in August, and so we're watching that project and that bond come to fruition right now. So we're really excited, and all of our other campuses will be transitioning, to a new building. So we have a huge domino effect taking place this summer. So that's a big project for us. For
sure, and you obviously saw what Ponder looked like with the other day when we played over there in their new building. I mean, it makes a big difference.
Beautiful facility.
For sure. I mean, it was like, I felt when I walked in there that I felt like I was walking into a 5A school.
Absolutely.
So hopefully for your sake, that's what you're going to be getting when you all get going there in August. And
Ours is not quite as big, but it's a really nice building. We're really excited about it.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you very much for your time here.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
All right, Robin Gibson, the superintendent for Paradise ISD here. Stick around. The second half of today's game is coming up between the Lady Panthers and the Lady Cats. You're listening to Paradise Basketball on NTXVarsitySports.com.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes on pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table. Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Want to remind you that Paradise Basketball is brought to you by Barefoot Pools, Boyd IV Lounge, Wise Choice Custom Meats, JDS Realty, Barn at 12 Acres, and James Wood Motors. Lady Cats and Lady Panthers about to get the second half started here. Lady Panthers, of course, are well on their way to victory here, leading by a score of 48-5. Hope you enjoyed the visit with Superintendent Robin Gibson here, of course, the veteran of this Paradise family, and, of course, a lot of excitement in this community because of the new high school opening up later on this year. Of course, there's a lot of things, too, that you got to order because you're updating equipment, you're updating all sorts of desks and books and all sorts of amenities. Because there's one thing to move, but then you got to update a lot of different things there, too. So congratulations to the school on the new building opening up in August. Lady Panthers will be on our side here of the broadcast table, which is brought to you by Barefoot Pools. And then don't forget, we'll have one more game for you before the playoffs. That'll be on Tuesday night over at Boyd, right down the road a piece. And, of course, that'll be the debut of the boys team. They will be following. So a doubleheader of Paradise basketballs. We'll also let you know again just one more time that Paradise basketball is brought to you by Barefoot Pools, Boyd IV Lounge, Wise Choice Meats, JDS Realty, Barnett 12 Acres, and James Wood Motors. I think they really were enjoying the halftime music here from Earth, Wind, and Fire here, but they finally turned it off here. Okay, here we go. Start the second half as the Lady Panthers have the ball. Shot from the right baseline for three. Off the iron, no good. And it was taken by Longenbaugh on the offensive end for Paradise. She gets it to McCormick, who gets it over to Britton Ritchie. Longenbaugh looks at it. Now she'll take over to Hartley Barnes for a three left on the baseline. It's good. And the Lady Panthers are over 50. They lead 51-5. 11 points now for Hartley Barnes. Here comes Pilot Point the other way. Esparza in the paint. She'll dump it back out to Rushing with the cross dribble. Now she picks it up. She's picked up by McCormick, and now she has to do a bounce pass, which is stolen by McCormick. McCormick driving all the way. She'll pass it off to Ritchie for a jumper from about 14 on the right side. That's good, and it's 53-5. The Lady Panthers firmly in control here with a 48-point lead. Happy that you're with us here on NTX Varsity Sports. I'm Kevin Lonnquist, bringing you all the action here. Rushing with the ball the other way for Pilot Point. On the right wing, foul on extended Rushing, and it's knocked away. Chasing after it is Britton Ritchie. She comes up with it. She's going to drive. She'll hand it off to McCormick, whose jumper off the iron is good from about 7. And so transition points for the Lady Panthers. They are up now 55-5. Rushing the other way for Pilot Point. As we're broadcasting to you from the Barefoot Pools table, as the pass is thrown over the head of Aaliyah Smith and out of bounds, and so Paradise will take over. 6:22 to play here in our third quarter. Barnes the other way. She'll get it over to McCormick, who drives, puts a shot up from about 12. It rims out, no good. The rebound coming on the floor to Ritchie, who she'll get it off to McCormick, who's now bodied up, and then she throws it away in the backcourt, but it's saved by Barnes, Hartley that is. She gets it off to Longenbaugh, who will drive the paint, kicks it out to the right side to Ritchie for a three right off the iron, no good, but the rebound comes to Longenbaugh. She'll reset the offense, bounce pass in the middle. Now a three right coming from McCormick on the baseline. That's good, and it's 58-5, the Lady Panthers lead. That full court press and three-quarter court trap that the Lady Panthers used in the first half, not so much in the second half, pretty much just playing it straight up given where this game is at right now. So they've just gone back to their half-court defense, but they're still working on things fundamentally here to make sure that they're ready for the playoffs. Shot is off the iron for Pilot Point, no good. Coming up with the rebound, though, is Renfro. Should get it off to Aaliyah Smith, who misses her layup. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will come back to Paradise as it's knocked out of bounds by Pilot Point. Want to mention to you that we are brought to you by Tom's Pools. Shot from Ritchie is good from 12 feet out in the paint. She is fouled, and she'll have the opportunity of another three-point play. Tom's Pools, a big supporter of Panther basketball. So the chance at a three-point play for Britton Ritchie. She's up to 6 points, looking for her 7th on this. On the way, and good. This team can shoot the free throws. Again, a 13 out of 15 first half. Here comes Pilot Point the other way. Pass in the middle to Esparza. She gets it knocked around. That she saves it, though. Rushing with it this time for Pilot Point. She'll get it off to Renfro at the top. Pass is stolen by Longenbaugh. She'll drive the other way. Looking for a little coast-to-coast. She'll back up. Now she'll take the three from the right wing. Short, but the rebound comes to Barnes. Gets it from the corner to Ritchie, who misses it. Ball is tapped out and controlled by Paradise. Longenbaugh has it. She'll get it over to Barnes, who will drive. Misses it off the iron. She was kind of unbalanced on that, but saved by J.C. Barnes. 3 from the top for Longenbauer is good, and she's fouled. A chance at a 4-point play. This free throw brought to you by Barefoot Pools. They've gotten their money's worth tonight. 61-5 after that 3-point play, so a chance at a 4-point play for Haley Longenbauer. She's over 20 points so far. She's at 20 points right now, and make it 21. She had 16 on Wednesday night against Callisburg. Remember, only had 8 against Ponder, but 4 big ones in the fourth quarter that turned the tide of that game. Pilot Point the other way. Pass is stolen in the front court. Here comes McCormick, coast to coast, all the way, gets a defender up in the air, and she scores. Nice move by Allie McCormick. Felt the defender coming in from the left side on the fast break, let her go by, and she has the easy point-blank basket. It's 67-5. Paradise well in command here. Pilot Point the other way. It's going to be stolen once again by Britton Ritchie. She has it coast to coast, uncontested, all the way, and good. And it's 69-5 here with 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Now the only question will be is, will they break 100? Because they're at 69 with 3.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Rushing with the ball for Pilot Point. She'll throw it to swing it to the left side. It's picked up to Brooklyn Renfro. Back to Rushing. Thinks about a 3, though. Picked up quickly, though, by Ritchie. As far as a turnaround shot off the back of the iron, no good, as it hit off the backboard and then creamed off quickly the other way for Paradise. McCormick takes the outlet pass from Barnes, and she puts it up, no good, but she gets fouled on the play. So once again, more free throws coming from Barefoot Pools and Allie McCormick. This has been a clinic here tonight at the line for the Lady Panthers. So 2 shots for McCormick, who is up to 17 points tonight. Now 18 as the first one rattles around and drops through. Wholesale changes here for the Lady Panthers as Vivi Cadell and Tempe Reeves check in. Longenbauer finally gets a break. Second from McCormick is good as well. And then she'll check out after the made free throw. She'll be replaced by Lainey Munden here. So here come the Lady Cats, trailing by a score of 71-5 here at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Paradise about to go to 28-4. Pass in the middle to Esparza, dumps it back out, and it's knocked around but controlled, but then it hits the baseline, or the end line rather, and it's going to be out of bounds as Lily Kirby tried to save it for Pilot Point but could not. So once again another turnover here, and Paradise will take over. Munden on the left wing, she'll feed it into the paint. Jumper from about 10 is no good from Mackie McQueen. Shot off the iron, no good. McQueen has the rebound, dumps it back out. Cadell for a 3 right, no good. Off the iron, shot from the right side for 3, also no good, but the rebound comes to Reeves, who swings it back out to Ritchie. Now to Cadell, swinging it to the middle and taking it in the middle is Lainey Munden. She loses it, but quickly retrieved by Britton Ritchie. Ritchie between the circles, fares it out to Mackie McQueen. She's picked up quickly, cross-court pass over to Britton Ritchie. That's off the iron, no good. And the rebound comes to Pilot Point's Aaliyah Smith. They had about 6 good looks there, did the Lady Panthers, just didn't get any of them to drop. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Esparza with the ball, should get it off to Rushing. Rushing over to Renfro. 3 from the left baseline is no good, but cleaning it up and scoring is Esparza. She has 6 points, and it is now 71-7. She has 6 of their 7 points tonight. Back the other way is Lainey Munden for Paradise. She'll get it off to Ritchie, drives it, cut off on the baseline. She'll hold it back out. She'll cross-court it over to Cadell. A 3 right, got it. 74-7, Paradise with the lead. Remember, they scored 92 points on Wednesday night. Might exceed that so far tonight. Pass into the paint for Esparza is knocked away, but a foul called on, looks like Cadell for that one. Or I checked that, it's going to be on Tempe Reeves for that one. So just a single foul, a common foul, no shooting on that. So it'll be a ball underneath the basket play for Pilot Point. Ball is thrown away, and it's going to be stolen by Ritchie. By Munden. She drives all the way, gets it off to Ritchie. Her layup no good. Munden trying to put it back up. She's fouled on the way to the basket, and once again, more free throws coming from Barefoot Pools as Munden will shoot 2. 1 minute to play here in our third quarter. Happy that you're with us on NTX Varsity Sports. Again, tell all the Paradise community of these games that are going to be broadcast for both the boys and the girls teams all the way through the playoffs. Again, we'll start with the boys. Their first game will be Tuesday night at Boyd. First free throw was good. Second free throw good as well for Lainey Munden. Munden now up to 6 points. Under a minute to play here. Pilot Point the other way, rushing with the ball. And it's going to be stolen in the backcourt by Cadell. She'll get it off to Munden, who will drive on the left side. Layup off the iron, no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Britton Ritchie on the floor. A 3 left coming is off the iron, no good. Looking for it was McQueen, but she couldn't come up with it. And then the ball comes down to rushing for Pilot Point. She's picked up at half court by Munden. Rushing will throw it into Esparza, who gets fouled from behind by Reeves. A little bit too aggressive there for Tempe as she kind of reached over the back. That was similar to the foul that Reeves just committed a few moments ago, where she wants to reach over and knock the pass away, but she made 2 contact from the back. Second team foul. Shot underneath, but a foul, and free throws coming for Pilot Point here. It looks like that'll be on Aaliyah Smith. We'll get the free throw coming. Foul was coming against Vivi Cadell for Pilot Point. So shooting 2 free throws will be Aaliyah Smith. She was 1 of 2 in the first half on her free throws. She has the other point. First free throw is off the back of the iron, no good. Down to 21 seconds to play here. Of course, in this building, they have a 1/10 of a second feature on this clock. Second free throw for Smith coming up. On the way, no good. And the rebound comes down to Tempe Reeves. She'll get it off to Munden to Ritchie, who will drive. Now she'll back it out between the circles, and she'll square up to take a 3. Good. That's how you do it. Britton Ritchie with a 3-pointer from the top, as she didn't like the location of where she was originally. Gave herself some space, knocked it down 79-7, and that's the way the third quarter comes to a close. Back with the fourth quarter after this. Paradise 79, Pilot Point 7, and you're listening to Paradise Basketball on NTX Varsity Sports.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Tom's Pool Services, proudly serving the community for over 50 years. Serving Wise, Parker, Jack, Montague, and parts of Denton and Tarrant counties, Tom's Pool Services offers renovations, repairs, and weekly cleaning services. They also build pool houses, cabanas, pergolas, patio extensions, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Cleaning over 400 pools each week, they truly love what they do and who they get to do it for. They're loyal clients across North Texas. Tom's Pool Services, a proud supporter of Paradise ISD.
Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Kevin Lonnquist back here at the Barefoot Pools press table here, broadcast table, where we start the fourth quarter here in Paradise with the Lady Panthers, 6th-ranked Lady Panthers, leading 79-7 over Pilot Point. Pilot Point's ball to start the fourth quarter, but not for long because the pass is picked off by Allie McCormick. She'll drive all the way, and she'll lay it up and good, and it's 81-7 with Paradise with the lead. McCormick now up to 21 points for her. Heck of a game for Allie so far tonight. And the pass for Pilot Point will go into the middle, looking for Smith that gets knocked away, and we got a whistle. We have a foul. While we have a second, let's remind you that Paradise Basketball is brought to you by Boyd IV Lounge, Wise Choice Custom Meats, JDS Realty, Barnes at 12 Acres, and James Wood Motors. Want to thank them for their support here of the Paradise basketball. Three from the baseline is good. Britton Ritchie, she's had the hot hand. She's made her last 2 attempts, and it's now 84-7. Ritchie now up to 15 points for Paradise. Rushing the other way for Pilot Point. She'll get it to Smith in the middle. Over to Renfro. She'll throw it over to Kirby, who saves it from going out of bounds on the baseline. But not a good idea because J.C. Parnes comes up with the interception. She'll drive for the layup and scores for Paradise. And it now is 86-7. Only the second and third points for J.C. Barnes tonight. But the steal and layup. Pilot Point the other way, throwing it into the middle of the court. That's no good. Cross-court pass on the fast break for Allie McCormick. She'll drive all the way up and in. And this is nothing but transition, easy layup basketball. These are high-percentage baskets here for the Lady Panthers, but this is what they call defense leading to your offense. That's exactly what this defense has been doing here in this opening quarter, or excuse me, in this fourth quarter, and really throughout the game. Rushing the other way, she'll throw it on the baseline over to Aaliyah Smith to Pilot Point. She'll get it back to Rushing over to Renfro in the middle to Esparza, who dumps it inside to Smith, who misses it off the iron from about 4 feet. But it goes off the feet of, I think, Longenbaugh, and it'll remain with Pilot Point here. With 6:07 to play here in this fourth quarter, it is Paradise 88 and Pilot Point 7. Pilot Point basketball underneath its own basket. They throw it over to Esparza, who throws it up, but it got blocked. Nicely done there by Hartley Barnes. She went right up with Esparza, knocked it away, and blocked it out of bounds, so Pilot Point will keep it. Good defense there once again for the Lady Panthers. Pass comes into the open court, and it's going to be a scrum. Coming out of the ball with it is Allie McCormick. Who else? She's had plenty of those tonight. Now she'll slow it up and set up the offense in this 88-7 cushion here for Paradise. Cushion makes it sound like if it's a 30-point lead. This is an 81-point lead. So I don't know what word you use to describe that lead, other than insurmountable isn't the right word either, because we already know that. Thinking a three is Hartley Barnes at the top, but she doesn't. She'll hand it off to Longenbaugh, and it looks like the Lady Panthers are going to try and just keep the ball away and kind of kill some clock here. They're just kind of throwing it around, but now they take a three from the right side, and why not, as they settle for the good three from the right wing, foul line extended, and now they're over 90 points at 91-7. Boy, Britton Ritchie has been hot this second half. Another steal in the backcourt. This comes to McCormick. She gets it from J.C. Barnes, and now they'll reset the offense. Working on a little bit of half-court sets here for this offense. Got to get it settled because they're going to come into a playoff game where they know they're going to have win in the half court. They can't get transition all the time, so these are things to work on in games like this. J.C. Barnes in between the circles to Hartley Barnes. Sister-to-sister action there. I actually talked to Coach Barnes about coaching his two daughters, and I said, well, what is it like being a dad to two daughters? And he goes, I've given up. And as the father of two daughters, my two daughters are about 15 months apart. They're in their 20s, out of college, and teachers same position as them. Ball goes out of bounds. Well, actually, they'll call a foul there. And so J.C. Barnes will go to the line shooting free throws. These free throws are brought to you by Barefoot Pools. First free throw is good, and it's now 92-7. But, yeah, my girls are in their 20s. One lives in Arkansas, teaching in Fayetteville. The other one is teaching in the Grapevine Colleyville School District, both elementary teachers. So that's a true vocation. But again, as he and I were commiserating, it's like we're basically wrapped around our daughter's fingers. There's just no denying that. Second free throw coming up for J.C. Barnes, the 5'9 junior. It's off the back of the iron, no good. But fight for the loose rebound, and J.C. comes up with it. She'll take a three from the right, no good. Rebound, though, comes to Cadell. She'll get it off to J.C. Barnes, who will hand it on the bounce pass to Cadell. Now feeds it over to Mackie McQueen after these wholesale changes by Coach Barnes. They'll get it to Tempe Reeves on the baseline. Now they'll pass over to McQueen, over to the left side to J.C. Barnes, then to Lainey Munden, rather. She'll get it off to McQueen over on the far side of the court. Holding it is Lainey Munden in front of the bench. She'll back it out as she just tries to burn some time here. Down to 3:35 to play in our game. It's 92-7. in favor of Paradise. So nothing left to be done here except just kind of burn some clock here. And that's what the Lady Panthers are doing. On the dribble is Vivi Caldwell-Hill. She'll give it off and then driving and then backing it out is Lainey Munden. So this is all just nothing but keep away here. And Pilot Point saying, we'll just let you do that because we're not really interested in fouling either at this point. With the ball for the Lady Panthers is Mackie McQueen here. As again, this one was long decided after the first quarter. It was a 23-0 lead after the first quarter for Paradise, and they were on their way. 48-5 at the half. And again, nothing really left to prove here in this one, as this one was long salted away. Lady Panthers again just playing some keep away here. We're under 3 minutes to go. A little bit of a loose ball situation there, but Mackie McQueen was able to save it. And they're just kind of playing keep away here. And driving and then taking the shot is Munden. She'll miss it, and the rebound comes to Aaliyah Smith for Pilot Point. But she loses it, and J.C. Barnes comes up with it for Paradise. So even as they're trying to put this one humanely away, Pilot Point still can't get it back down the floor. Bless their hearts. J.C. Barnes with it between the circles, picked up by Rushing. Pass is taken by Mackie McQueen, but she gets fouled from behind by Bailey Bryant, the junior for Pilot Point. And Bryant will foul out. She is done for the day. Bryant did not score. Of course, this team only has 7 points. 6 of them coming from Giselle Esparza, the other one coming from Aaliyah Smith. So Paradise will keep the basketball following the Pilot Point foul. Munden with the ball. She'll drive, then she kicks it back out to Mackie McQueen. A pair of 20-point scorers tonight for Paradise between Allie McCormick and Renly Longenbaugh. We'll get those final numbers for you here in a little bit. On the drive, and the one-handed floater is good for Lainey Munden. And it is now 94-7. The Lady Panthers lead. Munden is now up to 8 points. Rushing the other way as we approach the 90-second mark to go of this game. Losing the basketball and then coming up with it is Esparza. She gets it over to Rushing. Rushing will take a three from the right wing. That is too strong off the backboard, no good. The putback, though, too strong by Aaliyah Smith. And the Tempe Reeves of Paradise. Here come the Lady Panthers the other way in slowdown mode here, just trying to get this thing over with for everybody. And they'll get it over to Mackie McQueen. She picks up her dribble, looking for someone to get it to. She has a bounce pass in between the circles. That's picked up by Lainey Munden, who will work with the left-handed dribble. She still works. She's calling over Cadell on the right side to get free so she can pass it to her, which she does. We are under 50 seconds to go in this one here. 94-7. Paradise in firm command here, about to improve its record to 28-4 and 11-0 in district play with one more game to come this coming Tuesday night down the road a piece over in Boyd. 30 seconds to go. Munden with the ball. And she'll get it over to McQueen, who will just kind of go with the right-handed dribble. Kind of gets a courtesy defensive move there from Rushing of Pilot Point. We were down to 13. Munden with the ball, and everyone just kind of standing up, and we're ready to go to the shake the hands line here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Final score tonight here in Paradise. The Lady Panthers ranked 6th in the state in Class 3A. No problems tonight, taking care of Pilot Point by a score of 94-7. Stick around, the post-game show comes next. You're listening to Paradise Panthers basketball on NTX Varsity Sports.
Today's broadcast is sponsored in part by Tom's Pool Services, proudly serving the community for over 50 years. Serving Wise, Parker, Jack, Montague, and parts of Denton and Tarrant counties, Tom's Pool Services offers renovations, repairs, and weekly cleaning services. They also build pool houses, cabanas, pergolas, patio extensions, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and more. Cleaning over 400 pools each week, they truly love what they do and who they get to do it for. They're loyal clients across North Texas. Tom's Pool Services, a proud supporter of Paradise ISD.
Today's game is sponsored by James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC of Decatur, a family-owned dealership proudly serving North Texas for over 40 years. With a huge selection of new GM vehicles, quality pre-owned inventory, and first-class service, the James Wood team treats every customer like family. With a distinctive campus and a long-standing presence in Decatur, the James Wood team remains committed to serving Wise County with integrity and care. Visit James Wood Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Decatur and experience the James Wood difference today.
Today's broadcast is proudly supported by The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch, a locally owned wedding venue right here in Paradise, with deep roots in the community and a Paradise graduate right in the family. They're proud to support the place they call home. From DIY to all-inclusive weddings and events, The Barn at 12 Acres Ranch is dedicated to making your wedding day truly special without breaking the bank. Learn more and start planning your
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
NTX Varsity Sports proudly partners with the Paradise Booster Club, an organization focused on supporting Paradise student, athletes, and programs. Recently awarded official 5C3 status, the Booster Club gave $47,000 back to the school last year and is on track to give $70,000 to $80,000 this year. Community support makes it possible. Check in, get involved, and consider becoming a member or sponsor to help continue investing in Paradise athletics and students. Go Panthers!
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
Kevin Longquist back here at the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table following tonight's 94-7 victory by Paradise over Pilot Point. Paradise improves to 28-4 and 11-0 in District 10 3A. Pilot Point falls to 1-20 and 0-11 in 10 3A. One more regular season game before the playoffs start. That'll be on Tuesday over at Boyd. Let's take a look at the stats following tonight's ball game. The Lady Panthers shot nearly 41% for the game. They were pretty good from the two-point line, 43% for their twos. Very solid showing from the three-point line, 12 out of 32. That's more like them, 37.5% from that arc. But excellent tonight at the foul line, 20 of 23. That's 80 of 87. Rebounds in the ballgame, they had a total of 29. They out-rebounded Pilot Point 29-18. Of course, not a lot of offensive rebounds to, or not a lot of rebounds to worry about when you're making a lot of shots. One of the telling stats, though, about this team in this game was the fact that they only committed 2 turnovers in this ballgame. Individually, they were led by Allie McCormick, who will be joining us here in just a little bit. Allie led the team with 23 points, and Renly Longenbaugh had 21 points. And of note for Renly tonight, she's reached the 1,000-point milestone in her career, so congratulations to Renly on that. Britton Ritchie had 18 points. Hartley Barnes finished with 11. Lainey Munden with 8. Vivi Cadell with 7. J.C. Barnes with 4. Tempe Reeves with 2. And Mackie McQueen played and did not score in that one, though. Pleased to be joined now by head coach Michael Barnes. And I think you have to obviously like the way you got. This was the game that you thought you probably were going to get tonight. You did everything actively, defensively that you wanted to do. You got high percentage looks. Just unfolded the way I would think you wanted it to unfold.
Yeah, like I told you, pregame is we've been working a lot defensively and getting gaps and gap help and helping the helper because that's kind of, what we need to do with being outsized by a lot of people. So, helping the helper and those types of things really showed its head tonight for us. And like I said, a great win. We got, I'm looking at the stats right now. The first time I've seen them, and, shooting 87% from the free throw line, 38% from the three-point line, and 43% from the floor, I'll take that any night.
Absolutely, for sure. And I think the one thing about your team is the fact that how active that your defense was. 28 steals for this group alone, 7 by Hartley Barnes. So she'll be in good graces with Dad tonight though, on that.
But at least till tomorrow.
Yeah, at least till tomorrow. But the whole thing though, it was just you talk about how defense will turns into your offense, and you definitely got that tonight with the 28 steals.
Yeah, and those 28 steals turned into 17 assists, and assists are easy buckets. And when we get our feet set and get a good look, we have a pretty good chance of making it anywhere from the floor. So we've got like I said before, we've got a good group of girls who put a lot of time in the gym and can knock down the open shot. So that's, what we try to build off of is that strength and those type of things. So again, the performance tonight was good. I'm excited about it, but we got one more at Boyd and finish this out undefeated at the district and then bounce us into the playoffs.
Yeah, one more question for you before we let you go. Just the fact, though, that when you look at your top shooters, Allie McCormick 7 of 12, Renly was 6 of 12. And the fact that Britton was hot in the second half with her three-point shooting, but 7 of 16. If you could find a way to bottle that kind of shooting from those three players, what could you do to take that game after game with those three?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's not a big deal. I think we've been averaging 7 or 8 threes a game, and I'm looking at the stats like you, and we went 12. I mean, Allie shot 50%, Renly was 33%, Britt's 33, Hartley was 100%, 3 for 3. Viv was 100%, 1 for 1. So, I mean, that's a testament to those kids and them putting the time in the gym, but our ball movement.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really watch the game and how it unfolded, we would get a paint touch kick out for an open three, and that's hard to defend. But that's something we preach every day in practice, that we have 2 guns and we get on those every day and we shoot on those. And so, again, a testament to our kids and the way that we play and seeing the floor. So we're super excited about those things, and hopefully those things carry off us, like I said, into the playoffs. So.
Okay, one more to go at Boyd on Tuesday. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're going to be joined here now by sophomore guard Allie McCormick here. She's about to put the headset on and join us here. And so, Allie, thanks for joining us. Congratulations to you on the victory.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your performance. You lead this team tonight with 23 points. Tell you your numbers are 7 of 12 shooting. You made 5 out of your 8 shots from 2-point range. Made a couple of three-pointers, 7 of 7 at the line. But the quick start for you in this ball game tonight, you got the 3 free throws going. You had 2 other free throws. Just what did that quick start mean for you offensively tonight?
It really got me going, kind of just getting in the zone from the start. Like that first 3-pointer on the foul just kind of start us off for free throws. Got to lock in on the free throw line.
And you all tonight, obviously, defense turns into offense. You all have 28 steals. Talked about it with Coach Barnes a moment ago. But just for you guys, it's one of your calling cards is to harass and make it difficult. Yeah. Pilot Point had all it could do just to get the ball across half court in the first half there. But what do you think of the way you all handled things defensively? And again, that's no disrespect to Pilot Point, but at the same time, you have a job to do.
Yeah, just kind of, got to really stay focused on defense because that's what's really going to get us far in playoffs. If we just that playoff bound, you got to stay locked in since we only have 2 games left and just working on defense because defense wins championships.
So let's talk about when you go through a game like this. It was pretty much decided after the first quarter. You're up 23-0, and then when you kind of know the reality of a game like this. What's the mental challenge of making sure that that everybody, not only the 5 on the floor, but those on the bench remain locked in and realize there's a bigger thing in mind here, and we can't worry about what's going on with the other team, that sort of thing.
You really gotta just, I don't know. I mean, it is hard playing games like this to stay focused because stands, everything in your head, but just going off of 2 feet, just making sure we stay safe and just making sure we make the right passes to each other, really focus on little details like that. We don't get to really focus on against really good teams.
All right, congratulations. We'll see you Tuesday at Boyd.
All right, thank you so much.
Allie McCormick joining us here on the pregame show, on the postgame show. We'll take one final timeout. We'll be back right after this. 94-7, Paradise wins. Back to wrap things up here in just a few moments.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.
We'll wrap things up here. The boys are about to get started, and don't forget, we will come your way Tuesday night over in Boyd, just 5 miles down the road here in Wise County, as Paradise will wrap up the regular season. That will wrap up the regular season for the Lady Panthers, and then we will have the first game of the boys following the girls' game over at Boyd. So we hope that you will join us then. Once again, the final score here from Paradise. The Lady Panthers 94, Pilot Point 7, and you're listening to Lady Panthers basketball and NTX Varsity Sports, a presentation of Worldwide Productions. Again, we'll see you Tuesday night in Boyd. So long, everybody.
Barefoot Pools, your local expert in custom swimming pools and outdoor living. Led by Curtis Buckner and Charlie Johnson, Barefoot Pools specializes in custom in-ground pool construction, remodeling, repairs, and ongoing maintenance. From gunite pools and equipment upgrades to complete outdoor enhancements, their team is known for clear communication and timely project completion. Barefoot Pools helps homeowners turn their backyard vision into reality. NTX Varsity Sports is proud to be broadcasting today from the Barefoot Pools Broadcast Table.